The continent for 3 realms lives to pass through. The continent for 3 realms lives to pass through is a mysterious one. From the perspective of the material world, it cannot be found at all in the universe. The continent is just like a miniature of the Earth universe. That is to say, the Earth universe is the multiplied version of the continent for 3 realms lives to pass through. However, it is not the plain multiplication because the God of the heaven world going to the continents for inspection, the Buddha or God from the celestial world going to the mortal world for survey or another cycle of life, or the people of the mortal world heading towards the celestial world due to their successful self-refinery, have to pass the continent for 3 realms lives to pass through. Only after entering the space tunnel can we see the outline of the continent for 3 realms lives to pass through. But it doesn't mean that each person, Buddha or God who has entered the space tunnel can see its overall outline. In most of the cases, they just pass by the continent. For example, the people of the mortal world who have had the perfect human nature enter the space tunnel after their death. At the end of the space tunnel, they will see a colorful life bridge, the passage to the continent for 3 realms lives to pass through. After they pass the colorful life bridge, the administration of the continent will, in accordance with their spiritual nature, send them to the 1,000-year world just like sending a fax. The people cannot stay in the continent for 3 realms lives to pass through. If the heaven world decides to send a celestial being to the mortal world to accomplish a mission, they will first summon him or her to the continent for 3 realms lives to pass through before faxing the celestial being to the mortal world. The continent for 3 realms lives to pass through is like this in my eyes. After passing the colorful life bridge, we can see a rainbow heaven gate. Looking into the gate, there seems to be a colorful tunnel. After walking into the gate, we can find there are 36 doors along the tunnel standing opposite to each other. At the end of the tunnel is a brilliant radiance. Looking into the first door, I saw the burning fires with the extreme heat. Many people were in the fires crying and moaning, suffering from the scorched skin and flesh, which was really brutal. The angel said to me, "This is the inflaming layer. They are suffering because it's their retribution. All people who have been killing or torturing others have to endure the sufferings here." Seeing into the second door, I found the ice blocks and cold winds inside. Many people were frozen in the ice layers, unable to move or cry. The chilly cold air penetrated their skins and bones, causing severe pain in the body. The angel told me timely, "This is the frozen layer. One good turn deserves answer. They had done many bad things in the mortal world and they deserve it. You don't have to show mercy to them." I looked into the third door and was frightened. It was really a horrible world. I saw a man trying all the means to hide himself when numerous monsters, devils, goblins and ghosts were chasing him. He rushed to a tree and stood against it, trying to hide himself from them. Unexpectedly, the tree stretched out its hairy, bloody and thin hands in front of his eyes, then towards his neck. He ran away scared and came to a rock, standing against it. Suddenly he felt someone scratching his back. He looked back and cried, "Oh, my God." A bloody head was on his shoulder with the green eyes looking straight at him. He was so scared that he rushed forward. Nevertheless, the ground where his feet stood cracked and sunk him. He looked down and saw thousands of poisonous snakes and centipedes were gazing him at about a dozen of meters below him. Many snakes began to climb towards him. I got sweated and dared not to see any more. The angel said, "This is the hell world. Those who had domineered and forced people out of their living have to endure the sufferings here after their death. Otherwise the spirits of the people prosecuted by them would cry in front of the heaven world gate, making a lot of noise and chaos." In the fourth door, I saw many scenes. In one scene there was thunder, lightning and strong wind. The grass and flowers trembled in the wind and the trees swung trying to keep its branches unbroken. In one scene there was scorching sunshine that made the land crack. The trees, grass and flowers curled in the heat trying to keep alive. In one scene there was comfortable sunshine and breeze. All things were flourishing. But when I looked carefully, I found the grass, flowers and trees were suffering human chopping, house treading, sheep and insect biting. In the last scene there was heavy snow and the grass and trees were withering. The angel explained, "This is the plant world. The trees, grass and flowers in the world are transformed from the life in the inflaming layer, frozen layer and the hell world. In the plant world, they will have leaves, blossom, have fruit, reproduce and serve the insects, animals and humans." In their past cycles of life, they had consumed too many natural resources and had done nothing good for the insect world, the animal world and the human society. So they have to compensate for what they have done in the past in the plant world. In the fifth door, I saw the brutal scene where the law of the jungle was working. Every day all the animals were afraid of being eaten by other animals. Even those on top of the chain had to be cautious of being attacked by the humans or eaten by the same kind of animals. Meanwhile, they had to suffer from the old age and the enduring death from hunger. The angel said, "The people in the mortal world who have been domineering, bullying others, showing no sympathy or mercy, love to fight or rob, and don't sustain their parents would have to enter the animal world after their death and receive the punishment." I walked into the sixth door and saw people riding on the horse, the cows plowing or milking, the donkeys carrying goods, the dogs guarding the house, the cats hunting rats, the hens, ducks and geese laying eggs, the sheep providing wool, and the pigs supplying meat. The angel explained, "All the livestock are providing the most service as they can with the lowest demand. They do so because they had owed others when they were the humans. They had occupied others' property or land, received bribery, cheated others of their wealth with lies or fake goods, or failed to repay the debt. After they died, they would change into the animal husbandry and make compensations in the debtors' homes." I entered the seventh door and saw the scene in the mortal world. The people were noisy on the streets, some were crying and some were laughing. They were restless with nothing in their minds. The angel explained, "The mortal world is a transit station between the heaven and the hell. The wise people would engage in self-refinery and self-improvement. After they die, they would enter the heaven world. The unwise people lived with their mind blocked. They just followed the trend and kept breathing. In the next cycle of life, they would become human beings, too. The foolish people spent their days blindly busy, trying to gain things at all costs. But they don't know the loss is gain and the gain is loss. The consequence is that they have overused their fortune and would be downgraded into the lower world." I asked the angel, "What behavior makes the best life?" The angel answered, "The wise life with the behavior of the spiritual nature makes the best." I asked again, "What is the wise life, the behavior of the spiritual nature?" The angel explained to me, "The Jehovah's Witnesses live ordinary family life without lust. They don't engage too much in the worldly grudges and concentrate on the pursuit of the future grace. This is the wise life with the behavior of the spiritual nature." The Buddhist and Taoists refining themselves in the temples also pursue the highest spiritual nature at the lowest demand. They have seen through the vanity of the world and desire the Buddha state. This is also the wise life with the behavior of the spiritual nature. And the Muslims and Christians tolerate the dissidents and behave modestly. This is also the wise life with the behavior of the spiritual nature. Then what about the other people? Does it mean only those who believe the religions can live the wise life with behaviors of spiritual nature? I continue to ask. The angel answered, "To live the wise life with behaviors with spiritual nature, the people don't have to believe or join a religion. Those who become religion believers want to listen to the teachings, get into a proper environment, and strengthen belief through some rituals. If they have strong beliefs, they don't have to be confined by the rituals. Indeed, those who will become celestial beings might not think so in their mind, and those with the highest wisdom are often not the religion believers. Do the kings, emperors, ministers, heroes, great people, the rich, the dignitaries, the specialists and scholars in the mortal world live the wise life with the behaviors of spiritual nature. It depends on their heart and behaviors. In general, those who purse the worldly fame, wealth, position and welfare are not living the wise life with behavior of spiritual nature. The more they have gained in the mortal world, the less they will reserve in the celestial world and less probable they will enter the celestial world. What about the common people? Most common people have no time to consider the deep life meaning because they are busy making a living. So their time is engaged in handling the daily affairs. Strictly speaking, their life is no difference from that of the busy worms. Due to the shallow perception, it is difficult for them to establish the firm belief. Only a few common people know how to follow their nature, lead a natural life, and keep their mind at peace. If they can be educated properly, they can also live wise life with behavior of spiritual nature. Before I continued my question, the angel said, "You have stayed here too long. I can't explain too much, otherwise I will violate the heaven laws. Please, this is my last question. Can we see the celestial world from the mortal world?" The angel answered, "In general, you can't see the celestial world from the mortal world. Only a few designated people can see it. That's the mirage seen by the people in the mortal world. After that I made rush visit to the 1,000-year world, 10,000-year world and the Elysium world. In the Elysium world, I visited the cathode black hole body, the heaven world, the zero world and holographic order world. Upon arriving at the 7th door, the angel pushed me into the door before I knew it. I felt faint and dropped into a black hole with my head down. Gradually I lost my perception and memory.